Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social session. We have been revising about the formative assessment 1 revision, children, about the first unit, second unit and third unit. So yesterday, production and employment, you have seen the contribution of three sectors, that is agricultural sector, primary sector which we call it as, industrial sector which we call it as secondary sector, and services sector. These three sectors play very important role in any economy. So these are three sectors contribution to the GDP, and the employment pattern in these three sectors from 1974-75 to 2009 2017 2018 also we have seen in the previous classes. Now after that we also have seen about organized sector and unorganized sector. There are 92% of the employment in India is found under the unorganized sector, and they contribute 50% to the GDP, whereas only 8% of the employment you find under the organized sector, but they are also contributing 50% to the GDP. So now the transformation of the employment from the unorganized sector to organized sector should take place in order to contribute for the GDP and in order to improve or develop the country. And coming to the ideas of development, we have learnt various concepts like what is development to one may not be the development to others, and income alone is not a criteria for the economic development. In order to tell about the development, the World Bank followed a criteria called as per capita income. What is per capita income, children? It is the average income of the people is called as a per capita income. Per capita income, it is PCI. Okay, PCI is nothing but per capita income. So this was the criteria which was followed by the World Bank, but later UNDP, United Nations Development Program, has devised a new program called as HDI, Human Development Index. The rank of India in Human Development Index is 131, children. This is one of the most important questions, children. Who prepares the HDI is the UNDP, and what is the rank of India is 131. And you know, children, India ranks behind Sri Lanka, a small country which is to the south of India, okay, is much better. In many areas it is much better. In per capita income it is much better. In infant mortality rate it is much better. In life expectancy it is much better. Even in the education, in the literacy level also it is much better than India. So India, Sri Lanka performs more better than India in many other factors also. And apart from that, we also have seen that the Himachal Pradesh, where the gender discrimination we try to understand. The gender discrimination in the sense giving more priority to the male education than to the female education. So that gender discrimination has been overcome in these places like Himachal Pradesh, and Himachal Pradesh government has spent more money on education than any other aspects, and today it is yielding the fruit. That fruit they are eating now. So the literacy rate is very high, because of which their living standard has improved, and female education has improved, due to which the entire literacy rate in the state also has got improved. So that was an example set in the entire country where Himachal Pradesh has proved education to the woman is education to all. And we also try to understand about the factors like income is not only a criteria, but there will be many other factors. For example, if you are given a chance to work at a good salary away from your parents, do you go there? Do you go to that place where there is a risk? No, isn't it? So apart from the income, there are many other factors for us also to choose where to work and where we should not work. So there are many other factors. If we discuss about Kudankulam nuclear power project, which has come up on the coastal region of Tamil Nadu, children. Kudankulam is actually a fisher folk people occupied that region. They all were evicted from that place and constructed a nuclear power project. So construction of a nuclear power project is a development which produces electricity for the entire country. But the fisher folk have lost their livelihood. For that reason, it is not a development for them. So that is also one such good example where the development to one may not be the development to others. So apart from that, we also have seen under the production and employment about the disguised unemployment, children. Disguised unemployment mean where 4 members are required. If 8 members are employed, then the extra 4 members who are employed are considered as working, but their marginal productivity will be zero. For that reason, we call such kind of employment as a disguised unemployment. So we have seen these kind of factors under the 3 units, children. Thank you, children. We will see in the next class.